What's going on, Thunder Nation? This is our first edition of Coffee Talk. We're located here at Central and Ridge Road at Village Inn. There are 3 locations here in the Wichita Metro and 1 in Hutchinson. And our first guest on Coffee Talk is our head coach, Bruce Ramsay. Thanks for coming over here.
Well, I do love my coffee, so it's probably my 10th cup today, but I'm going to enjoy it. But yeah, thanks for having me, Mulsey.
So I've always wondered, why is coffee like the drink of choice for hockey players?
Well, I think that's pretty simple. It does have caffeine in it, so
So it's the caffeine.
I would think caffeine, but to me, I just love the taste, so I can't complain about that either.
You guys go through a lot of coffee in that locker room.
We go through a lot of coffee. Yeah, it is probably a personal favorite of all the players and the coaches for sure, too.
I haven't had a chance to catch up with you as the season got underway this past week. So why don't we start at the end of last season? You guys, unfortunately, a tough exit in the playoffs. I'm sure you're ready to get going and kind of put that behind you.
Yeah, you can't take away from our regular season. Ended up second place in the Mountain Division with 8 teams was a fabulous achievement, and we were 17 games over 500 and swept the team that we met in the first round of the playoffs for the last 3 games of the year to get in the playoffs. So was really, really proud of my guys no matter what. Obviously, the playoffs didn't go the way they planned, and that's the way it happens sometimes, but we battled right to the end. Even though going down 2-0 at home, we went on the road and lost 2 heartbreaking games, with Game 3 and Game 4 in Tahoe. Just to get a little bounce on any one of those games, and we would have been right back in the series. But the boys played hard right till the very end.
How'd your summer go? What was on the Ramsey schedule throughout the course of the summer?
Get up, have lots of coffee, stare at the lake, and look at my boat and wonder where I was going to go fishing today. Usually I use the mornings in the summer actually to recruit and go over anything hockey-wise, and then once I get that settled down, the lake calls to me and beckons me. So I jump on my boat and I go out for smallmouth bass or walleye or northern pike, all kinds of different species, and fishing's my second life, I guess you could say.
How did you get into fishing?
Well, I grew up at our family cabin, so I've been there since I was probably about 2 months old, and I probably had a fishing rod in my hand when I was 1 year old. So I've been fishing since I was born. It's in my family. It's in my blood. We're all fishermen. My grandpa was a commercial fisherman back in the early 30s and 40s. And, this cabin that I live at has been in our family for approximately 100 years, so it's a special place.
100 years, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's a nice big chunk of property right on the Rainy Lake, which is a 100-mile long lake that is borders the Minnesota and Ontario border, and it's amazing, loaded with fish. But you could travel for days, maybe weeks on end, and not see every part of the lake. So it's just a beautiful spot to be.
Now, one thing our fans might not know, Bruce actually makes his own reels. How did you get into that?
Not my reels. I do make my own custom fishing rods, though. Yeah, let's get it right. But you know what? About 6 years ago, during COVID, when I didn't have much to do and waiting for the season to start, which I believe started in December that year, I had a couple broken guides, and I tried to replace them, and it did a terrible job. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to learn how to do this right, and I found a company that offered all kinds of instructions and ways to build fishing rods and sold all the materials. And the next thing you know, I was hooked, and now I'm in a situation where I'm building $400 or $500 rods that with the brand new newest technology, and these rods I think are world class, and it's just an exciting thing to do. And then there's no better feeling in the world. And once you build a rod, then you take it fishing and you start catching fish on it. That's a special feeling, not just for myself, but to watch other people catch fish on rods that I built. Basically, every one of my family that fishes, which is everybody, has its Rammer Time custom fishing rod.
So are you selling these on the side then?
I wish I could sell them, but I usually just give them away. So it's not like I'm getting rich off it, but I really do enjoy it. And, someday after hockey, that might be something I lean to.
Like Reagan, we're going to have to make sure that we start It's Rammer Time fishing page for him, right? No.
Yeah,
I love the idea. We'll get his own website, start getting some rods on there.
Yeah, I got to look towards the future. I've been coaching for probably 25 years now, but at some point it's going to end, and then I'm going to need something else to do. I'd like to keep myself busy.
7th year back here with the team. What is it about this place that makes it special for you to come back and try and get this team to a Kelly Cup?
Yeah, you know what? I love working with the staff. Me and Joel have known each other since I played for Wichita back in the early 2000s, and I've worked for the Stevens brothers now for 9 years because I did have a couple of years under my belt with them when I was in Tulsa. And, I love the city, love the rink, and I love what the city offers our players. They have a great situation here, nice apartments, a great gym, great facility to practice out of, a great practice rink. And it's not the biggest city in the world, so you're not getting stuck in traffic jams, and you don't have a long ways to go to traverse to get to the rink or get to the gym. So there's obviously a lot of positives, and definitely would be a special feeling if we get this team to the ECHL Kelly Cup Finals. I thought we had a capable team last year. The team, the biggest thing is in the playoffs, anything can happen. One bad bounce here or there, and then the next thing you know, you're out. But if you have a team that's capable of winning, which we did last year, then you put yourself in that position. And, it's not easy to make the playoffs in this league. There's over 30 teams. Only 16 teams make it. It's a battle. Last year we were, I think, the second last game of the season, even though we were probably 16, 15 games over 500. We were in the playoffs at that time when nothing was clinched. So it's a grind. You just look at our schedule coming up, which is tough. We play a lot of quality teams, and I think we have 7 games in 10 days. That's not easy on the coaches or on the players, but that's part of the ECHL regular season, and you just got to battle through it.
Yeah, it was crazy. We could have finished anywhere from second to out of the playoffs last year.
Yeah, and kudos to our guys. Like, we had to go into Tahoe, one of the toughest places to play in our division last year. They had a great home record, and we had to go in there and at least get 2 wins. And the boys persevered and actually got 3 wins out of the weekend.
What do you like about this group now that you got going as you head to Rapid City?
There's a lot of positive. Starting with goaltending, Matty Davis, one of the best goaltenders in Division I hockey, is with us for how long? We never know. We know how that works at this level. It just takes one injury in the San Jose Shark system to a goalie, and then the next thing you know, we're losing them. But while he's here, we're definitely going to take advantage of it. Roddy Ross has done a great job. We've got 9 ECHL solid defensemen on our roster right now, with the addition of the guys from San Jose, and we know how important that is. I talked about it yesterday. What was it, 4 or 5 years ago? We started the year with 6D, and I think due to injuries and call-ups, I had to call up 4 defensemen from the SBHL, and didn't go well for us for the next little while. I don't want to get into that. That was some bad memories. So we're putting ourselves in a situation where we got really good depth on D. We got really good quality defensemen, and you cannot win without good quality D. Up front, obviously, we got 3 of the top 10 scorers returning 2 first-team All-Stars. So that's a great start to build around. We brought a really good nucleus of players back. What do we have? 13 returners, I believe, which has been the most in my 7 years here. So obviously there was a lot of positives last year, and guys wanted to come back. So we got good leadership, we got great team speed, and we got our toughness when we need it.
Last question for you. Can you assess what you saw on Saturday in the home opener?
Yeah, how do I assess it? Like, we had 7 penalties compared to 3 for Allen, which just boggles my mind. But I won't get into that. It's hockey, but definitely I thought we got the short end of that area, and they scored 2 power play goals. They had 2 5-on-3s and capitalized on one of them. You look at Allen, they've got Hank Crone, former team MVP, Braden Watts, a 50-goal scorer, Matt Register, who's been around forever. It's a pretty good power play, and I give kudos to our penalty kill for battling right to the end to keep them off the scoreboard. Once the third period hit, we took some bad penalties, but once we got through that, it was still tied. What I really liked was our pushback. We watched video today of the game, and over the last 9 minutes of the game, I think we outshot them 9 or 10-1, and we had the majority of scoring chances. And I thought when you can't push back like that, there's a lot of positives to be seen.
Good luck as you guys go out to Rapid City this week, and hopefully we come back with a couple of wins.
Yeah, back to good old Rapid City. Great place to play. We're looking forward to it, and looking forward to seeing everybody back at the Intrust Bank Arena the following Wednesday, I believe, against Florida.
Well, that will do it for our first edition of Coffee Talk. Bruce, thanks so much for coming out, our head coach, and we'll talk to you again soon, of course. Don't forget, at Village Inn on Wednesdays, you can get a free slice of pie with a purchase. And it doesn't have to be an entree. It can be anything that you purchase. So it's a great place to get a meal. They have terrific breakfast here at Village Inn as well as dinner options. So, again, free pie Wednesdays. We'll talk to you again soon, and we'll talk to you as we get ready for Rapid City on Friday.